Yeah, fellas, welcome to a late night Friday show. I was looking around and making comments on other channels, doing my history research stuff, and I came across one in my own box, Brothers Writing Dealing with Racist Family. Hey, Supreme, I recently finished your 7 steps, as you know, and I am having great results because I actually did the work. I have 3 women on my team now and got laid by a girl in a nightclub. My personal life is his always been good but had no women. Had always been good but had no women. Now I have both, and I actually just got promoted to a lead position, and then he gives in where he works at. Hopefully we'll make supervisor in a few years. My question isn't really related to the game, but I thought you could give me some advice since you have touched on this issue before. My sister and I recently purchased a piece of property, a cabin, from a family member. Next Friday I'm picking her up from the airport, and we and a good friend, in parentheses white, of mine are driving there to remodel the place and clean up because we are planning on renting it out. Another close friend of mine who is black is upset with me because I did not ask him to come help out. The reason I didn't include him is because my grandmother on my dad's side is going to be there to move some of her shit out of there. She is unbelievably racist, especially to black folks. She is angry at me because I have a pure Asian woman, a half Asian woman, and a white woman on my team. Plus, I was fucking girls in Korea too, which she probably doesn't know about though. Unless you told her about, the Korean girl, the half Korean girl. My friend doesn't quite understand how parts of my family are, and think I'm being an asshole when I'm really wanting to spare him from dealing with my racist grandmother. What do you think? What do you think is the way of handling this? Okay, there are 2 sides of this. Number 1, you got to stand up to your family. Okay, your grandmother is like a programmed robot. In the history of this country, white folks were programmed to think less of black folks. It's a program that the people in charge put out. So your mother is a victim of that. Okay? Like, I just came from a YouTube channel where the Caucasoid, as he calls himself, was saying that North Africa was populated by white folks. This is Africa, the land of blacks. Okay, this was populated by white folks, and that they built Egypt and all that stuff. There's no trace of any pyramids in Europe culture at all. But he's saying that, and he's playing this, this glorious music, la 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 la, through the whole thing, and it gets people who are weak-minded and easy to program. It gets them all riled up. And I try to make a comment on his channel, and he has to approve it. I notice on this channel there's only people supporting what he's saying, and that's another way they help continue that program that they're running. Your grandmother has that program. Okay, it's up to you to stand up to that old thinking, because you obviously have a black friend. It's nice that you want to spare his feelings, and you need to explain to him that how it is and what to expect, but then offer him to come help you. I gotta say that it's not actually, as long as he knows what he's stepping into, then he has to deal with it. If he acts immature, you make it aware that you can't act immature about it. Understand that she's got that old programming, and she can say shit to him, but she might give him mean looks and all that kind of stuff. And it's giving him the choice of whether or not to step into that or not to help you out, because he is your friend. All right, you don't pick when a friend wants to help you. He's coming to help you, to show his friendship to you, and you turned him down basically. Okay, that's how I feel about it, because I'm on the outside. I'm also black too, so I understand, how your families, white families, can have that programming. Looks like, a lot of black folks, we have that new programming to smoke weed and not do very much. And I'm just now looking at, if you Google how the FBI sabotaged Black America, I'm getting ready to watch that 15-minute documentary. I think I've seen it though. If this is the one that has the one of our own people got into the black community and burned down buildings and ratted on people and did subversive acts back in the 60s, 50s and 60s, when black folks were said, we can't take it anymore. We want to be treated like equal people. I have a photograph of a man hanging from a tree, a black man hanging from, not a tree, I'm sorry, a telephone pole, and on the sign, he tried to vote, was on his back, and he's dead. That's how it was when I was a little baby. And then as a little boy, it started to change a little bit. Because in the 60s, black folks fought to get treated fairly. So this is old stuff, basically, what I'm trying to tell you. And it's up to you young people to start changing that. Say, you know what? We're not gonna buy that shit. We're gonna make our own decision about who's decent and who's not. Because you find indecent people on both sides of that equation. You'll find indecent white folks, you'll find indecent black folks. It's up to you to make up your own mind who is your friend and who you can let into your home. Okay? Let's see, what else? Fattison. I'm looking at his photograph here. Some bald guy on I don't know, look like on a mountain cliff or something. His hand like that. About joining the forums. You mean forums. He goes, I've moved up my game, and one huge reason this happened is because of you and my decision to follow your wisdom. To all viewers hearing this, let me tell you, the videos Supreme puts up on YouTube are amazing. If you want to make the most of them and see results in your game, you have to listen to many of them and let them sink in. Try to see that it's not the pussy that matters. Before I found this channel, I was a loser begging for a piece of ass. Now I am a confident man with direction in my life and get ladies blowing up my cell phone every day. As an evolving player, I need help with managing a team of women. With managing a team of women, huh? I was thinking of joining your website, ZenMac University, for that kind of help. But I just want you to tell me exactly that can help me in my game. You mean to tell you exactly how they can help in your game? Well, for one reason, you got access to me. I know a lot of people think I give away everything on these videos, but I don't. Okay? These videos are actually only for marketing purposes. They're to give you a taste of my game. That's why some of them, some of the questions will sit there for a long time. I pick and choose. Okay? On my forum, you make out a post. I've got other players that are well accomplished in their game, like you guys are becoming. They're already ahead of you. And that's another reason right there. They're way ahead of you. The ones that actually listen to me and actually do the work, they're actually way ahead of you guys. I've got a few people on there that listen and they still go here. One's even black. One's actually a black dude and searching over here and searching over there. And I've already explained to him what, how to help himself, but he refuses. I just still have people like that. Okay? But my guys who have listened, they've grown in their lives, not only their lives, but also their game. That's how I can help you. Okay? Because you never know when I'll not do videos, which I've done before. I've stopped for weeks at a time. And then the questions mounted up, and questions get lost, shit like that. So the reason why I do these videos is actually to show you what I'm all about, to show you the level of game that I'm teaching. Okay, so that you could choose up and decide to come on and get some more lessons. some real lessons. And my forum is not a nice place, okay? You know, players get an attitude when they get good. They get this fucking attitude. Because I used to have that same fucking attitude when I came on the internet. That's why the nerds on So Simp, you know, didn't like me. I didn't know they were nerds, though. I didn't know there were those people that, like from my high school days, that wore in my days, they had the pocket protectors and little pens and their little TI-35 calculators. This is for computers, PCs. So I didn't know that until I saw their faces. Then I realized, that's why the hateration. A bunch of virgins. So anyway, if you follow what I teach, you'll get successful. That's the bottom line right there. Because as I said many, many times, I'm from the real world. I'm not some guy that came to the internet trying to make a fortune, trying to make money off kids' backs. Okay, I came to the internet spitting the truth. Well, actually, I came to the internet to find some truth on an area of the game I wanted to go into. Okay. Also, I got into internet porn for a while, which I broke the habit. Thank God for that. That stuff is dangerous, deadly. It was back in my time when I was fucking a lot of women, and then the internet porn just kept me all amped up, so I constantly had to have sex. I think internet porn is also another tool. It's making these porn dudes hella rich, but I think it's now being used as a tool to make sure that you guys stay in your place out there, and it keeps you distracted. It's so many things out there to short circuit young males out there on the planet. It's not even funny now. A lot of stuff is just not good. Like the games, you guys who are video game junkies, even sports, television in general. Okay, that's why I watch mine online. No commercials, but also I pick and choose what I want, type of shows I want to watch. Like I quit watching True Blood. True Blood is because, you know, they had two African Americans in there. They made them both homosexuals. That is sending a signal and a message out to not only white America, because it's also programming you guys, but also programs my people. Okay. I just watched The Walking Dead. That one's on the fence right now. So let's see where they're going with that. I know that, you know, America is white folks' country. I know that. And I know that, you know, Hollywood is white folks' way of entertaining their own people. And they allow us in there. So I know that, you know, the shows aren't going to be supportive of my race. And if you're Hispanic, you got to understand that's not going to support you either, or Asian. This is their country. So they have the right to make shows about their people and glorify their people. In Walking Dead, you know, they come to the prison scene, and, you know, there's some actual prisoners still alive, and the biggest black man ends up being a coward. You know, I noticed these things, okay? He tried to sneak off because he's afraid, okay, when they're dealing with the zombies. I noticed everything. Unfortunately, I'm in a relationship with a person who's not African American, and she don't quite, you know, see it like I do. Another black person my own age, they would see what they're trying to communicate. Okay, so I see the messages and the programming that goes on within Hollywood. I'm not a fool, and I ask you people, white, black, whatever race you are, don't be fools. Wake up to the truth. Like these people who are on YouTube trying to take away African American history. And they're fighting hard for it too. And what gets me is these people actually who are doing this know the real truth. They actually know the real truth. But they're still doing that silly shit anyway. So I'm wondering, are they making money off this? Why do that? I haven't delved into what they're doing enough to see if they're actually trying to make money out of it. So I can see, like I posted on my forum, you know, them building white folks up, getting them all amped up, and then, you know, selling them stuff when they got them to a certain mental programming level. Okay, I can see that. But if they're not trying to do money for it, then I'm asking the question, why lie? I mean, really, why lie? Why tell lies? Why do that? And this one fellow that made this video, you know, he obviously knows the real truth. So why lie about it? Because if anybody's done any real research, they learn the truth. Then they shut up. But these people come back and still want to spout the lies. So why lie? I don't understand it. Peace, fellas.